some of the highlights that we'll discuss, I'm going to give an alphabetical order and discuss some of the things that stood out from each of the clouds, because there's really a case to be made for using each of the clouds depending on your use case and your workload. So first, looking at AWS, they proved to be the most cost-efficient cloud provider. Cost matters in business, especially at scale. And they proved to have the most cost-efficient machine in terms of price per TPM, which is industry standard benchmark for measuring cost efficiency in turn for OLTP workloads. In addition, AWS stood out in having the best network latency of all the cloud providers. Second, looking at Azure, their Ultra Disk really stood out. And when you look at all of their top performing machines across all the micro benchmarks and TPM, Azure's Ultra Disk is the more advanced network attached storage option. They have premium disks, but the Ultra Disks are more advanced. And it proved to be best performing as well as most cost efficient, actually, when you look at price per TPM. And that's unlike what actually happened with AWS with their GP2 and more advanced IO2. Also, they really were strong in storage IO benchmarks, outperforming AWS in most of those, and actually outperforming GCP in some of those. And overall, Azure arguably surpassed AWS for the first time in this year's report. And to wrap up, GCP really stood out in throughput at all levels: network, storage, TPM. And when you look at the network throughput, it's impressive in how even GCP's least performing network throughput machine outperformed all of AWS and Azure's network throughput machines. And then you look at their best one, it was 3 times the amount of network throughput among AWS's best performing. Overall, GCP had the best performance in the report when you look at the aggregate view of all the micro benchmarks. And as I said before, there's a case to be made for each of the cloud providers depending on your use case and your workload.